How de facto, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight, looking back at the track with the black light. How about this? How about that? Pay attention to wax your free.
What up, gang? Ian Anderson from Central Coast Disc Golf, and we're back with some more 2016 Rocky Mountain Championships presented by Subaru, and we're back with the final 9. Joining me again, Bowhart legend himself, Ron Panesi.
Thanks, man. That's very kind of you.
You are the man. Hello, though. All right, we got Speed. We're on just back for the Rocky Mountain. We're back for the final 9 and the exciting finish on it. I'm super excited for this. Should be a great show, and you threw in a couple extra holes this time.
Yeah, pretty much added 2 extra holes. It's already a hybrid of the lower course, some of the quintessential holes, like 3, 4, and 5 of lower, but we wanted to give the camera some chances to see some people really bomb, because despite the huge length of this course, upper or lower, you really don't get a chance to ever pump it as hard as you can. So we put out an 800-foot par 4 and then a 500-foot par 3 that we could get the cameras to see what these big dogs can really do. So we're really trying to feature on the showcase.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, let's get to it, man. Let's watch some disc golf.
Awesome.
All right, guys, we got Christian Dietrich with a 3-stroke lead over Peter McBride, Joe Rovere 2 back of that, Alex 2 back of that, and McCoy 2 back of that. We're starting off on hole 1, Ron, which you changed slightly. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we changed this hole, a little bit more of a final 9 layout. We took out the position it's in. There's a fence that's behind this normal basket position with 2 trees that are about 65 feet apart. The basket is beyond that by 35 feet on a stump with a little elevation, and a double mando.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at about 390 feet, you have a double mando right there.
Yep, it's doable, but it's a tough 2.
Man, I really would find it hard-pressed to see anybody hit a 200. It's so difficult.
Yeah, we'll see. There you are right there, and introducing the players.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a pretty big crowd growing right now. Everybody just heard the starts happening, so everybody's down. Rovere's got his tongue wagging.
He's ready to do work.
And right now I'm introducing Christian's complete hotness. You know, he has a course record on the lower at 44 last year, and in the first round, I'm reading off statistics right now. It's just, he set the record, and this year he played, for him a 49 was just terrible, but then he came in and broke the course record on round 2 on upper, and then rebroke it again, and just came off the 3rd card, and just, as I said, he's just here to play. He's here to get it done on Bowhart.
Yep. He's a course record machine.
Yep, he's got them all.
Yep.
And I'm the one who has 2nd place on all the other ones, so it's him that he's beating down.
Love it. Although Peter would have tied the old course record on upper with his round 3.
Exactly, yeah.
Shot that 10 down.
Shooting a 155 through the first 3 rounds, Peter McBride.
So second on the court is Peter right here.
From the Central Coast of California. It's the best part of California.
Yeah, the Central Coast is pretty sweet. Good wine regions, too.
Yeah, it is, man. I used to live in Paso Robles.
Oh, yeah? Nice. At least it's cool you know how to pronounce it correctly. In the wine business, everybody says, wants to put some accent on it.
I know, right? Isn't that funny?
It was settled by the Spanish.
Yep. There is Pete. Pretty good drive right there, hitting the banner.
Yeah, hitting the banner. You got a little footwork to deal with right there.
Mm-hmm. Joe Rovere. Should probably smashing out some kind of destroyer or something.
Yeah, that's looking pretty amazing. Ooh. Wow, a little skip past it too, but wow, even thinking about being past it is just unheard of.
Yeah, I think he's like maybe 15, 20 feet, a little short left, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's funny, when he threw it, I thought he was a mile past it during the event. We got up there, and he was like, oh, here's a 20-footer.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
What happened there?
Yeah.
All right, here's Alex Russell.
Yeah.
Sweet. This guy was a cool addition to this card for sure.
Oh, he's such a nice guy, man. Really cool dude. Huge thanks to Brian Geis for all the reaction shots and slow-mo you're going to catch throughout the round through into the final 9. Really cool of him to...
Yeah, nice touch. Super huge deal right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Really love it. I think I threw in some slow-mo drives on a hole 2 for everybody when they're all opening up really good. We can check out their form.
Yeah, Christian has some footwork I'm going to point out. That's pretty off the hook.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like the off the edge pirouette thingamabob.
Yep. And McCoy Connor from our round 3 video, smashing one out there pretty well.
Looking pretty solid.
Yep,
set up to go through the uprights. Yeah,
exactly. So here he is up first with the second shots, just pitching over the banners.
Oh, man, and going for it. It drops off behind it, and it's on that stump. This is no joke right here.
It does.
I would not even run any of this, sorry.
No, definitely not. That's Christian just laying it for a par. Here is Peter McBride from inside the
fence.
Yeah, I love it.
Super classy. Sorry, Peter.
Oh,
Alex crushing with danger behind.
yeah, a little death putt, but you don't care, man. Just making twos. And speaking of twos,
look at that.
yeah.
Speaking of twos, that's a huge. Two guys getting birdies. When I laid this hole out and I walked around for hours, multiple days, and I was like, nobody's gonna get this.
Nobody's gonna get it.
And
no way.
then I'll just shut up.
Two of them. And
yeah, right.
Joe made it look kind of easy, Ron.
He did. He was like, "Yeah, whatever you got, Ron. I'm sorry. You need to think outside the box with me."
Yeah, Joe throws real far, and he has like pretty perfect form, which is kind of amazing. He said he didn't start golfing until he was 28.
No, and he won Aspen. He won an advanced division at Kiss the Sky in Aspen. He won that from an advanced division and swept all the fields.
What?
Yeah, and then he's won it every year since then.
Wow, unreal, man. All right, we're on to another unique hole for the final 9. Hole 2, Ron, is just straight bomber.
Yeah, this is huge, and it's all about landing zone. If you look, there's danger on the left-hand side. There's a creek that rolls through it. So you pretty much want to throw. It's around an 800-plus foot throw. The tee pad, 5 feet on the front, 6 feet on the back, 18 feet long. Joe Hart, all in the house, making that happen.
Nice.
And you want to land right about where you see right there and have an upshot. It is a bomb. Let there be no doubt. It's downhill and then back uphill. There's even an argument for throwing it short. So if you stay on a high side on the short side.
Yeah, the real danger here
again,
is
these guys,
short left into those bushes, Ron.
Yeah, and it was funny because as we poured these concrete tee pads 3 days before the event. That's a pretty sizable bomb.
Yeah.
So they just went in and we were nice.
Look at this. Check out this high elbow from Joe. It gets the perfect lever with the arm. You know?
Yeah.
He uses the whole arm.
Perfect form.
He just smashes. He uses those hips. Here's Alex Russell. This is a good, smart, safe line hanging out far to the right.
Yeah, because where you throw, see, he's kind of at the foot of the hill.
Yep.
If you throw into that hill, then you have to throw an uphill shot that finishes downhill with your right leg jarred up against you. So it's really difficult to throw the second shot if you land too far, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Here's Christian. I don't think he got quite as much turn as he wanted on this one, but he still has the power to clear the bushes pretty easily.
And he still threw the longest drive of the whole group.
Yeah, he did.
All right, watch what he did. There's a big drop off on this tee pad.
I want to talk about
is some serious acrobatics.
Look at his plant foot though. You see how he's pointing backwards?
Yep.
So he doesn't
open
his
hips
too early.
Leap off the
Yeah.
And he threw the biggest bomb of them all, and he's like, I don't really throw very far. But Joe Rovere throws a mile, and he just outdrove Joe by a few.
I know, right? Somebody's kind of modest. Just a little bit. There's Peter. That's not a very good drive. You can see Peter braces really well into this throw, though. You can see he wastes no momentum. Like, kind of Christian actually wasted a little bit falling off the tee pad.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
But Peter got everything into that disc. But just didn't go on the line he wanted. And McCoy, and this is the big danger here, Ron. He is
God. So
yeah, that business.
Yeah, Joe Har and I, who run this property and do all the coursework, we basically had planned on having that area OB because it's just so dangerous. And my heart just dropped when he went in there. And Joe and I ran in ahead of everybody and jumped in there. And we went. It was a miracle. We went right to it.
Did you really? Wow.
And then he throws this ridiculous hammer out the top that catches a roll edge.
Yeah.
So he ended up saving the tournament directors from looking like the most unfair people ever. So kudos, Coy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very much. That was a great out from where he was. Here's Peter's second shot, and that was not good. That was a long day. Kind of threw it right into the ground there. Here he is, his third shot, trying to get up and down, save that par. See if he can get it done. And he finishes pin high, Ron. He's going to be putting for that 4.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid match right there.
It was.
And here's what I'm talking about. you're running up into the hill, and it's up and then flat. So this is a really difficult shot.
It sure is. And Alex coming up a little bit short on that one. And here is Joe's second shot. And Joe
bomb.
Doing Joe things, going way long.
Doing Joe things.
Throwing real far. And Christian's second shot. After that mash of a drive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was about 500 for both of those guys.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Christian also going long.
About 50 past.
Well, here's McCoy's third. Should be able to make the par from there, hopefully.
Yeah, looks like he's there.
Here is a Joe forehand up. Should be able to make a par. Here is Alex for birdie from about 50-ish.
Making a run though.
Yeah, he was playing aggressive during the final 9. I liked it.
Yeah, that putt on number 1, like I said, was just rowdy.
Yep. Christian misses the birdie. We got to be taking a 4, par 4. Here is Peter to save his par and stay within 3 of Christian. Does that nicely.
Yep. It's like really a number of different ways to get the same result, it would seem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different shots, but a lot of pars.
Yeah, there's a chance for next year I'm going to move this about 300 feet back and just turn it into a par 5. We already had it in consideration, but we wanted to make sure we flushed out all the options on this hole so we could get the right result. So there's a chance it'll go back further just to make it either more of a par 5 or more of a realistic par 4 that's gettable. When nobody got that, I was very surprised.
Yeah, definitely. That was interesting. So like I said, everybody taking a par there, and Christian holding on 3 strokes over Pete. Peter has 1 over Joe, and Alex and McCoy hanging around. And we're on to hole 3, Ron. It's 500 feet, pretty level, maybe a little bit uphill, or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking if it's uphill by single digits, maybe
Yeah.
5 to 8, 9 feet, something like that on a little shelf. Really wide open shot with a nice open space to let these guys show what they can do. And at this point, everybody from the parking lot's here. We got a huge crowd following, so this is exactly what we were hoping for, as people could see these guys let it rip.
Yep, and if anybody can let it rip, it is this guy, Joe Rovere. Should be crushing one right here. That's a great looking flex line right there. Get over there.
Look at the air bounces.
Get over there.
Oh, that's huge. That's 510 worth right there.
Yep, got a little comebacker for his birdie there. Looks like a little bit of a tailwind here for Alex's throw. He's trying to play the flex line. It's coming out early, Ron.
Yeah, maybe that wind out there is stopping him from getting the flip on it. You really got to put a move on it. You can see the grass around him is coming taily.
Yeah, it is. And Christian looks like he's going to have the same throw as Alex, pretty much.
Yeah, super uncharacteristic.
Yep. And Pete, probably throwing an outlaw right here. AKA Legacy Destroyer.
Look at that blue. Good. You can't. Oh, man. I thought we were ESPN bound all day right there.
That was like 3 feet short of just smashing chains. Oh, what a bomb.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Perfect. I wish you hadn't thrown blue, though. People stop throwing blue.
I know. People need to not throw blue, purple, or black.
Or tie-dye.
Tie-dye. Or dark red's on my shit list, too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Give me some oranges.
Yeah, exactly. Some neon yellow, some white, some light blue. I'm all down with that.
I've adopted pink as well.
Oh, dude, pink is money, Ron. That's
it's totally the real deal.
Yep. Does not occur in nature. You will find it anywhere.
Exactly. That's all what I always say about it, too.
Yep. McCoy bails out early, but going to be pitching up for his par, most likely. Here is Christian from what, like 100? Something like that? 80?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at the crowd. They're like, oh, my God, I thought that was in.
So did Christian, just for a hot second.
Look at him, though. He's not even smiling, by the way. Sorry, no. Christian, I'm going to tell this about you right now. Christian had an expression on his face during this final 9 that I had never seen before, and I've played with him in a lot of tournaments, and he was like, I'm coming.
Business mode activated?
Dude, it was seriously the most business expression I've ever seen on his face. I said something complimentary to him at one point, and he just did not even hear me at all. And I was like, all right, don't talk to Christian.
It's focus, man. It's focus.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. I was like, oh, shit, he's going to do business. Yep. Sorry.
Good birdie from Joe right there. Not a good putt from Alex for par, and that's a really good birdie from my boy Pete.
Yeah, look at him. Almost drop in with an ace run. Yeah, big smiles.
Getting the pound from Alex right there.
Christian can't get the mini down right.
No. It's a little rough right there. Rough ground. There's Alex dropping in the 4. Pete is getting a stroke on Christian with that, though, taking that lead down to 2. Joe is still 1 behind as he also birdies. And that's going to take us to a 4th hole of our final 9, Ron. This is what I like to say. It's what 338 plays like 738.
Right, still
so uphill.
Situation unchanged is so uphill, and
so uphill.
You know, last time I was like, well, that's not quite right, and then 2 people drained it for birdie, so I don't have an opinion at the moment.
Yeah,
These guys are so good.
They are. I mean, however uphill you think it is watching this video, it's exactly twice that uphill.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And when I mentioned that, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say when I mentioned that this area, hole 3, 4, and 5, are very quintessential holes for Bohart. Steep uphill, a spine shot, and a downhill lie.
Yep.
So after throwing the 2 big bombs, we're back to really quintessential Bohart disc golf.
I like it, man. I like the thought process on that one. Joe threw a good shot, leaped a little high. Peter threw a good shot, hit a tree. And let's see what Christian can do. And I believe he's throwing a star sidewinder on this, which you really need for that uphill, or a high elevation.
Yeah, I've been referring to the star sidewinder as the Montana State bird for years.
Nice. Christian calls it the Mountain Destroyer.
Yep, and I think he's, especially, well, he can name it whatever he wants because of things he can do with it.
The Montana State bird, I like that one too. Those are both good. I always bag a star sidewinder. They're fantastic discs.
Yeah, they're cool.
Good for rollers down here at sea level.
Right.
Yeah. Decent drives from everybody, but nobody's super close. Joe pitching up there. Should be able to salvage a par. That was a pretty good forehand up here. Peter has an Annie up here and hangs it a little wide left, but within Peter's range. We got McCoy from quite a bit short left. You can kind of sense the elevation, though. Yeah, he can hit basket right there.
Yeah, you can get. I mean, look at that. That's 30, 40, 35 degrees right there.
Yeah.
Pretty steepness right there.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to see when you're looking across the grade.
Yeah.
There was Alex giving a run, and here's Christian from like 45.
I mean, what's the point?
That's gross.
Look at everybody like, well, there's Christian doing Christian work right there.
That happened.
Yeah, and it's funny because I wish people could see how rarely this gets birdied. And
Yeah.
Christian just comes up, and it's just like, for him, it's a drop-in hole. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, it looks easy when Christian does it all the time, but it's not.
Everybody probably on the video is like, oh, I'm totally going to do that when I get there.
No, you're not.
You're not.
You're going to be 100 feet short every single time. You're going to smash one, and you're going to be 100 feet short. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, when you get to it, you're going to be like, but wait.
Yeah. It looks so easy on video. Anyway, Christian stretching that lead out to 3 over Peter, 4 over Joe. Alex and McCoy hanging around, and we're on to hole 5, Ron. It's a touchy one.
Yeah, this is like we talked about it before. It just sits on a spine. The hill you just came up on the left-hand side, the same hill on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's at only 242 feet, it really seems easy. There's a lot of rocks in the green, so landings are touchy. So it does not get hit as much as everybody thinks.
Yep, and there's a lot of trees, so flying is touchy as well.
And didn't that happen in the first round for 3 to Christian? He had the same shot.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was slightly closer last round, but yeah, both weren't awesome. That's a good kick for Joe, middle fairway at least.
Yeah.
And if you hit a tree, you really just want to sit on this one. Doesn't always happen.
Now we're talking. That's about the shot right there.
Yeah, but again, that's not a good spot to be, Ron.
Yeah, start going back and forth over the spine. Putting can get very interesting.
Yeah, and it's pretty clustered just right at the pin there. McCoy hitting that tree, but I believe that sat for the most part. What do you think about the forehand on this one, Ron?
Man, it's a supernatural shot. Falling off the right-hand side is quite an option, but it looks, he's pushed. You got to push the left side to get back to the right.
Okay.
So this is a great hole. It's amazing how short it is, and it's not that it's super hard. It just demands a certain shot.
Sure
That's
does.
all there is to it.
Yep. Alex finished a little down the hill on the right-hand side. Here's McCoy giving this a.
Oh,
McCoy.
From over there, that's ridiculous.
That was pretty silly. That was Christian pitching up, and he actually went a little bit long. Here is Joe for a 2 from probably about 60. Maybe a little closer, but not much.
It looked good until I saw him walking away.
Yeah, he knows before we do most of the time.
Check out that stretch from Peter.
Yep, that's a good one. He does yoga, but that California dude.
Oh, same one again.
Yeah, Alex has the same putt, but this one's for par. Not so much. Going to be taking a bogey. Here is Christian to save his par. Of course he's going to make it. Joe coming back for his par.
Yeah, that really is a good example of a scoring spread for no matter who you are. Every now and then on a video you'll see a lot of people get this, but truly it just doesn't happen.
No, not so much. Looks like Christian is going to hold on to that 3-stroke lead over Pete. And it's got 3 over Joe. No, 4 over Joe. And we're on to hole 6, 306 downhill. Really cool looking shot, Ron.
Yeah, another one of the signatures on lower. There's 2 primary signatures. This super huge downhill that is actually primarily a lefty backhand or a sidearm because it hyzers into the right-hand side of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
The backhand definitely has a chance to funnel left, and I think I mentioned before, if you can throw a thumber, a ginormous one, then you may be able to get there. But otherwise, this is the fallout zone.
Yep, that's the shot, and that's usually what happens when you peer it. You go really long left. And it just so happens we have somebody with a huge thumber on the card, Ron.
Oh, man, and I forgot about this. This is so cool because I just don't have a thumber anymore. I'm a little too old to be throwing huge thumbers and corkscrewing my arm. But when he threw it, I was like, oh, sweet, I finally get to see somebody do that.
He did it,
and it worked
perfectly. You knew it was there. He just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I was like, sweet, I've been talking about it for years, and now somebody gets to show it to me.
Yep. Peter came up a little bit short right after hitting those kind of guardian trees.
Yep, and those guardian trees are they're halfway dead, but they're so important to this hole.
Yep. And Alex is throwing the shot you should throw on this hole, Ron.
Right. When I say this is a sidearm shot, Alex has just demonstrated why.
Exactly. Almost puts it in with that harp. Here is Peter pitching up. Gonna give it a little half go, but yeah, I'm gonna take it a par. McCoy from short left, a little jumper. It's also gonna end up in a par most likely. Here is what happens when you throw the pure backhand.
Yep, that'll work.
Long, but and looks like you hit a tree there too, but don't hit your head on that par, Christian. Alex coming back for the birdie. Well done.
Yep, now sidearm love right there.
Made it work, and there is.
See, and if you look behind Joe right there, you can see there's a barricade left up there intentionally because backhanders will just fall down that side. We want them to work for not throwing the appropriate shot for the hole.
I like it, and apparently the appropriate shot for the hole is actually a thumber, though.
Yeah, right, and then there's that.
If your name's Joe, or maybe JC Kester can also bust that one out pretty easily.
JC probably could throw it, a hole past that too if he needed to.
Oh yeah, you could. That guy.
Both those guys have just absurdly huge arms. It's ridiculous.
Pretty silly. I believe Joe just tied Peter there for second place.
Yeah. The race for second is super heated up right now for sure.
Yep. We're on hole 7, 252. It's a ace or a birdie for these guys most likely, Ron.
Yeah, and it's funny because we always talk about it that way, and then I think what we had 2 birdies out of 5 in the card in the first round. So, but my guess is these guys are going to make repairs on that on that situation.
I think so. Yeah, it looks like Joe did. He got real close. Alex going back to his trusty forehand. He's got a great one.
Maybe skip a little something. Oh.
He's there though, getting that
he
too.
He's right there.
Yep. Christian who missed the spin putt. Because it was a spin putt on the first round.
Because it was a spin putt.
Christian don't spin putt.
Yeah, that's so funny that you said that. He was like, anybody want to take this for me?
Yeah, I love that. That was killing me. I totally could have made it, man.
Yeah, like that's whatever. That's easy work.
Exactly.
All the rest, questionable.
Yeah, the rest I could not do. Peter with a pretty perfect drive, Ron.
Yeah, these guys are pretty much showing you how this hole is supposed to be played. It should be a birdie with an ace possibility, and I mean, but Coy's 30 feet out, and he's the furthest out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, just a little too much on that one.
Yep, another band.
Yep, ultimate putt. Here is Christian coming back. Solid putt right there for 2. And Peter, just a little dropper along with Joe and Alex.
So that's 4 out of 5, I believe, if that happens. Yep.
Yeah, that should be what happens there, though.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, for sure.
All right, Peter and Joe still tied. Christian still with 3-stroke lead, and we're on to a hole 8 of our final 9, Ron. That's the island hole.
Yep, water all the way around it to the right and an OB line on the left. And last time I was totally thrown off. Everybody threw shots that nobody else usually throws, so I'm a little at a loss as to what to say. It's usually supposed to be a flip shot that hyzers back into the hillside, and the hill will feed it back towards the basket, but I'm curious to see what happens here.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. Joe has the box, probably throwing a rock of some kind.
Wow.
Ooh.
So, and for those of you who don't know, this is an island. If you don't land on the island green, you go to a drop zone just outside for a 60-footer with a penalty.
Yes, thank you. And that tree
oh my goodness,
has a disc magnet in it, apparently.
Wow, that's 100%.
Yeah, 2 victims so far. Oh,
this is what I would call nobody's doing it.
No, they aren't, are they? But that's a safe par from Christian right there.
Yeah, he'll be fine right there. Easy work.
Yep. And Pete looking to keep up with the Christians of the world. Oh, get
Oh, he's just barely across. I don't know. Did he make it?
I think he did. We'll find out. And McCoy, that one will definitely make it across.
That uphill and down at is pretty good. Here's the drop zone.
Mm-hmm. So here is Joe throwing 3.
Yep, and Peter made it. If Peter made it on, that's a pretty dramatic event in the run for second.
Exactly, sir. There's Alex pitching up for his 4. Oh, yeah, Peter did just barely make it across that creek, Ron.
Man, that's pretty sticky. That's hard to do. Most times things hit that hill and come straight back down to the water, so good for Peter.
Yep. And Christian's playing smart golf right there with that 3-stroke lead and a hole and a half to go. He's not messing around.
Yeah.
Yep. And then was McCoy pitching up for his par. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's a little sloppy putt there. Got him taking a 4. Here's Christian for the 3. Hold on to that 3-stroke lead.
Yeah, a little questionable, a little dubious on that, Christian.
Yeah,
what was that?
Almost kind of
see that look on his face?
he came back and had to talk with that basket after the round.
Yeah, right. I'm sure nobody even knows about it. He came back waiting for it to be dark outside and came back and stealthed it.
There's Brian Geist right there. All the slow-mo footage. Fantastic.
Man, he did that little prep video that had some of
so beautiful.
The gypsum course, I believe, gypsum ball golf course.
Yeah,
and this one, really good work, Brian.
Mm-hmm, for sure. All right, we're on to hole 18. A big old downhill through a forehand hyzer, a mid-range up the middle. There's even a backhand hyzer line as well. It's another signature hole out here at Bohart, Ron.
Yeah, this might be the signature of them all. Like the reference to Top of the World over at De La Viega.
Yep. The
view is the same, just as dramatic. The hole is just as important, just as difficult, and just as sweet when you can actually get the 2 on it.
For sure. And this lady tried to get out of the frame. Do you know who she is?
No, my God. And you guys, by the way, she doesn't want me to say it. This is Karen Brown. She is the matriarch of all women's disc golf in Montana. She is awesome. The most amazing person.
I love when people try to run out of shots, so I made sure to get her.
So you chase them down.
Yeah, I chased her down. She was really cute.
She's awesome.
Yeah. Here is Christian just closing down the door, Ron.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got a putt for birdie or possible. He might be able to take the victory lap if he needs to.
Yeah. Exactly. Peter throwing, I think that's a putter shot, but just didn't get quite the flip he wanted on that, and that's going to do 18 things, which is sail along.
Yep, exactly. And it turns out that, he got up 1 on Joe he's in second right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Joe's looking to park this, see if he can tie for second place. But
oh wow, a little left and the traditional thumber roll.
Yeah, that's a more than traditional thumber roll. He got a big one there. And Alex Russell taking this cool forehand line, Ron.
It's cool because it's really rare to get it. There's usually a headwind or a right to left wind, so side armors don't get a chance to hyzer out there, but he had the right opportunity and was able to deliver. That's really cool to see that on video.
Yeah, I was really stoked about that. Just maybe a little bit lower, he would have been parked, but still not bad at all. And McCoy flirting with that tree, but that's a great cake.
Yeah, and that tree, I can't tell you how much time I've spent throwing things at in that tree. It's just brutal. And when you throw something in that tree, it's actually at eye level on your tee pad. When you get down there, you're like 80 feet below it. You're oh my God, how am I going to get that out of there?
So that was Joe and McCoy just laying up. Here's Alex running this. Ooh, wow. Hitting the basket. Here is Peter. He's putting this for 2.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Yep.
Oh. Wow, just a couple inches. Oh, victory lap. Good for you, Christian.
Yeah, Christian doing smart Christian things. Good.
And in a tournament of this size and caliber, Joe's not happy, but in a tournament of this size and caliber, to be able to set that up and be the last one to putt out, not only is it classy, but it's a nice cushion to be able to have. If you can do it, that's pretty sweet.
Definitely. There's Alex, who finished in 4th. There's McCoy in 5th. Joe already tapped in for 3rd. Here's Peter for 2nd place. And here comes your 2016 Rocky Mountain champion, Christian Dietrich.
Yeah, Christian
champ.
Just getting work. Yep, 2-time course record. Easy work. He defending champion 2 years straight, and he won Montana state championships before that, which was this exact same layout. So he is the king of Bohart Ranch, which is no small task.
Very cool, man. Really awesome. Incredible performance. I questioned him for a hot second after that first round. I was like, he's not a league card. I don't know if he's going to win it again this year.
What's going on?
But then he's like, nah, I got this, dude.
Yeah, and it's, he's, when you get to that caliber of player, when you see somebody have an off round, you're like, he's about to, everybody should be nervous. He's coming.
Oh, boy. I started so hot, too.
You did.
Oh, my gosh.
Nice, look at that
yeah,
smile.
6 for 7. I was just like 44. No problem. and then finish the rest of the round like over par. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good round on the upper in the afternoon, obviously, and then great round this morning. You know, I was playing well.
Tied the course record, then you set the course record the next round.
Something like that.
Something like that. You like to mess around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, and then just hung on for dear life.
Yeah.
Through the final line.
Peter tried to come for you, man.
Oh, Peter and Joe. I
know,
I think I had basically both of them by two or three or something like that. But yeah, just hung on. Ran out of holes. So
Montana legend comes through. Usual,
dude,
man.
you are the Montana legend. You are the Montana legend.
Thanks, buddy. Well, congrats on the win, man. Thank you, sponsors.
Oh, thanks to Innova, Pound Disc Golf, and Team Stimp.
Cool. Thanks for your time, Christian.
Nice.
I think this is the first time I ever got a hug during the Christian's just like the nicest guy, man. Like if I tried to say enough nice things about him, it would take too long and I'd still come up short, you know.
For sure, yeah. And a quick side note on everything, just so y'all know, this was the biggest event in Montana history with the highest payout, and we found out later that even though this property runs World Cup and NCAA Championship, biathlon, and all kinds of mountain bike and running events, this is the biggest event Beauhart had ever seen.
That's so cool, Ron.
So it's something to be proud of, that the sport has grown enough that we are outrunning cross-country skiers, skate skiers, biathlon, mountain bikers, and runners on participation levels.
That's so cool, man. Well, what a tournament, Ron.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming up and giving us a little love and showing everybody what's up here, because it really is something special.
Yeah, I think my boy Dylan Shorter for
Dylan
for making me hit me up on the internet a couple years ago. He's like, dude, you gotta come out to Montana and film this tournament. It's amazing. And I was like, all right, man, let's do this.
Like Montana, what?
Yeah, and he picked me up at midnight at the airport, drove me out in the middle of the woods, Beauhart Ranch. I was like, where's this guy taking me, man? But then I woke up and it all made sense, Ron. Because woke up in paradise, man.
No, it is paradise, and it's on two really fair and balanced courses that are designed in a way to test your game accurately and fairly.
It's the anti-Fountain Hills. It's not a backhand hyzer every single throw.
It is not. You have got to have it all. Even Christian, we forced Christian to throw some sidearms in this round.
That's That's well done, man. Well done. Well, I can't thank you guys enough for having me out every year. I'm telling you, it's my favorite trip every year. I can't wait to come back again. I'm really looking forward to it.
You have permanent invitation, man. Permanent.
Love it. All right, Ron, anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
No, thanks, y'all. I hope you come check us out. Registration opens up May 1st on Monday at 8 o'clock p.m. in 2017 for this year's edition. So pay attention. Check out Rocky Mountain Championship on Facebook, and you'll get all the details there.
I'm calling it. This thing sells out in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's starting to get like that, I think.
It's going to. All right, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching the Rocky Mountain Championships. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, filming and doing commentary. Ron, thank you so much for coming on. I can't tell you how cool it was having all your course knowledge, all your local knowledge. It was just fantastic, man.
Hey, man, thanks for letting me talk about it, man. I appreciate it.
Love it. Anytime, sir. All right, guys. Well, that's all we got, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Cut.